chives are actually doing well. With the aphid infection last year, it was bad. That's just weeds. That's our rose bush. I had to cut about half of it away. Half of it froze, the other half lived. Weird. Coneflowers did alright. We bought new lavender last year because lavender died earlier in the year. So did last year's lavender. That's new lavender. This is grocery store basil. Not looking so good. That's alright, we got that dealt with. This is doing well. Tradaci, I don't know what it's called, other than yellow and blue. Onions, scallions survived. That's our black-eyed Susan with a lot of dill in it, but that was my fault. I could deal with that. That's a Russian sage. Behind here, you'll see a pot of flowers because our purple daisies died. They've made it through many winters. Fuzzy Wuzzy, half of him died. I pulled off most of the dead ivy off of him. Polka Dot did well, but it was inside. More black-eyed Susans, which weren't supposed to grow there, but good that they did. Most of our hens and chicks died. The only one that survived is this one's our biggest one now, and there's a couple little baby ones. So it might come back, it might not, but so we have chicks, we have no hens. That's all weeds, which is likely to happen at the beginning of the year around here. We had something we called a ferd. It wasn't really a ferd, but the leaves look fernish and the flowers were red. That died. We had that for 10 years. That got killed off because of the winter. Some lettuce, which we obviously planted this year. Clematis did alright. You might notice a lack of an arch there. The arch died last year, we took it out. More lettuce. These are herbs that we had to buy because so many other herbs died because of the winter. Next to the clematis is a bucket with a weed growing out of it. That used to be a rose bush, but that died last year, not during the winter. Our strawberries died. Trying to grow some new ones from tops of the part that you cut off when you cut the strawberry. English lamb's ear. That's the only thing we have left. Our original ones died during the winter. Russian sage made it through the winter. Nothing can kill that cactus. It can grow up into Canada, so our fuzzy green stuff made it. Birds haven't come out since yesterday. Bee balm made it. I don't know what this plant is, this flowering plant is, but if you could tell me, that's our original flower in the garden. That made it. Some of our wildflowers grew. Just noticed this thing toppled over, but hey, wasn't like it had anything in it anyway. Wildflowers continued. Lily of the Valley, we have 3, 4, 5. We started out with one. That was our butterfly bush. We loved our butterfly bush. It's been here for 10 years. It didn't make it. That's not supposed to have anything in it because we always put an annual in there. Believe it or not, chamomile. Our chamomile made it through the winter. And I don't mean it's grown since winter. When it was 10 degrees out and I was checking out the rosemary, the little shrubs of this chamomile were bright green and living. It not only made it through the winter, it survived through the winter. passion flower came inside, so I was expecting that to live. That used to be our lamb's ear. That's gone. The saddest part was this used to be a big bush of rosemary. It didn't make it. Garlic chive. That's it. It's the only one that made it. I don't remember that's oregano or thyme, but one made it, one didn't. Bay went inside, so of course that made it. Tarragon, that made it. Figures tarragon doesn't taste too good. This is an inside plant that I bought out. It's not doing so well now that I bought out, but I hope it'll do alright. Last year, aphids got to our chives. It was one tiny, I think about 3 pieces of chives, stalks of chives. It's regrown. So it's not completely bad news, but definitely a sad sight this year, and we have to work at it a lot more. I thought I'd show what it looks like now before I really got into fixing it up some.